Hi there, everyone. This is JC De Guzman for today's daily top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for September 25 in preparation for the next trading day on the 26th. I will give you my unique way of doing technical analysis, followed by my overall sentiment and recommendations, regardless whether you already have the stock or you are yet to enter a new position in that specific stock. Let me give you my usual three reminders. Number one, this video is for short-term trading purposes only. Secondly, it's not enough that the 10 SMACD combo is valid, that the momentum power indicator is bullish. You should also be satisfied with your reward to risk ratio first. And lastly, I ask you to request for any of these 10 stocks latest trade and volume distribution and true market sentiment charts in our private clients forum, especially if you are going to trade any of these. So without further ado, let's begin with the first in our list. We got Aboitiz Power. AP closed today at, let me just zoom this in so you can see the historical resistance. So it closed today at 40 pesos per share. Support is at 39.2. Resistance is at 43.12 or 43.10. It's a lot closer to the immediate support than the immediate resistance. It goes without saying that you're going to get an attractive reward to risk ratio if you're going to compute it relative to the position of the last candlestick in connection to its distance from the immediate support and the immediate resistance, respectively. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 59 million pesos. I like the perfect bullish alignment of the three simple moving averages that I'm using. I'm using 10, 50, and 200-day simple moving averages. The 10 SMACD combo is valid, risk level is low, and I like the height of today's green volume. The last price is also higher than the VWAP. So let's take a look at the dominant range. It's closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. That makes a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment was bearish today. So meaning to say there was no high interest to bring the price higher than the intraday high today. So in a way, the majority of today's top 10 brokers wanted to realize some profits. Perhaps for them, it's time to lock in some profits now that AP or Aboitiz Power already broke above the previous resistance at 39.2. Well, as far as our strategy here at Equilist Analytics is concerned, we don't sell because a predefined target selling price was hit. No, we can do better than that. What if your target selling price got hit and then you sold your position and then the price went higher and higher and higher? What would you do? Snap your finger and say, shucks, I should have not sold too early. That's why we are using a trailing stop loss. Whenever you are using a trailing stop loss, you do an upward adjustment every time the price registers a higher prevailing price. And by doing so, you can maximize the highest possible ascent in price. You will not sell too early. You're not going to uh, prematurely sell your position. I hope I can tell that to you uh, in a clearer explanation through the seminar in the through the Evergreen Strategy Seminar this coming Saturday in Makati, September 28th. Okay, so anyhow, I am bullish on uh, Aboitiz Power. What's the reason? The technical buy signals are present. The 10 SMACD combo is valid. The momentum power indicator is bullish. Now, if you still have Aboitiz Power and you would like to top up, you can go ahead and do that within the dominant range that I showed you on the previous page on the trade and volume distribution chart. If you are yet to enter a new position, you can also do so within the dominant range because, like what I mentioned earlier, you're going to get an attractive reward to risk ratio if you're going to calculate it now. Just make sure that you set or identify or calculate your trailing stop loss right away, not after one day, but right away. Calculate your trailing stop loss with respect to the percentage of risk that you can only handle. Review your handouts. I'm talking to those who attended the Evergreen seminar already. Review your handouts, especially for lesson number 6. So after AP, it's PHEN. It closed today at 2.5. It managed to regain its position above the support at 2.49. Resistance is at 2.94. If it breaks below 2.5, support will be 2.15. But at this moment, the 10 MACD combo is not yet valid. The last price is still moving below the 10 SMA, and MACD is still moving below the signal line. Foreign fundies registered a net foreign selling worth 2.5 million pesos. Risk level is moderate, and volume is quite good. It's a green volume bar, but it's still an invalid 10 MACD combo. The last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. So therefore, it's still a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment chart is bullish. So here's the thing. If you are a beginner, I suggest that you wait for the 10 MACD combo to become valid. If you regard yourself as an experienced and a disciplined trader, you can go ahead and do a test buy within the dominant range. What did I tell during the Evergreen Strategy Seminar? You can snub, you can skip, you can preempt the validation of the 10 MACD combo provided it's a bullish momentum power indicator and you regard yourself as an experienced and a disciplined trader. If you are not a disciplined trader, then postpone the plan of entering a new position. Okay? So at this point, I am not yet completely bullish on PHEN. You can say it's a 50% bullishness. The 10 MACD combo is still invalid. Okay? Now, if you'd like to ask me, will I trade PHEN? No, I'm not going to trade PHEN yet. Okay? Not because I am not an experienced trader, but it's because at this point, it's better. I see here that it's better for me to wait for the 10 MACD combo to become valid. I want to see a data-driven confirmation that PHEN still has gas to break above 3 pesos per share. Okay, so in other words, I would want to see PHEN moving above 2.7, and then I will reassess if the momentum power indicator will become is already bullish by that time. So 2.7, that's the mark. So after PHEN, VLL. It closed today at 7.77. Support is at 7. Resistance is at 8. Foreign fundies registered a net foreign selling worth 20.3 million pesos. The 10 MACD combo is not yet valid. MACD is still moving below the signal line even though the last price is already higher than the 10 SMA. Risk level is low. Volume is higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. It's the green volume bar. The last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. That makes a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is neutral, meaning to say they were not that excited to buy the green price of VLL today. So in other words, the sideways movement continues as verified by these intertwined DMI lines. So it's not in a trend, it's in a range. You've heard me say in the past that I'm not interested in trading stocks that are moving in a range. I want to trade stocks that are either poised to be in a trend or are already in a trend. That is not VLL. Okay? Besides, the 10 MACD combo is invalid. So anyhow, if you have VLL, I suggest that you hold your position for now. Don't top up yet. And if you're planning to enter a new position, it's better for you to wait for a breakout or for a pullback close to 7 pesos. Even if you will calculate your reward to risk ratio right now, you'll just get a bigger potential risk than your potential reward. Why? Take a look at the chart. The last candlestick is a lot closer to the immediate resistance than the immediate support. Okay? The tide is not in your favor. So next, APC. It closed today at 0.7. Support is at 0.63. Resistance is at 0.77. The 10 SMACD combo is valid. Risk level is extremely high. Newbies, this is not a newbie friendly stock. Just an FYI. Okay? Foreign investors, no, they did not trade APC today. The green volume bar is higher than the 50% of APC's 10-day volume average. The last price is higher than the VWAP. So that makes a bullish momentum power indicator. Okay, the true market sentiment is neutral, so a little bit of a profit-taking sentiment is reflected on that bearish true market sentiment. If you have APC and your trailing stop loss is still intact, it's still not yet hit, you can also go ahead and top up within the dominant range if you would like to. That's not a recommendation. That's only an interpretation of what I see on the chart. Now, if you don't have a position on APC, ask yourself, are you satisfied with this reward to risk ratio? It seems that it's a 50-50. It seems like a 50-50 reward to risk ratio. So if you're going to ask me, I would rather wait for a pullback than to enter a new position right now. I always want to have a bigger potential reward than the potential risk. Always. Not sometimes. Not 99.99%. I want that to be strictly followed 100% of the time. Which one? Always a bigger potential reward than my potential risk. Okay, next, ECP. It closed today at 10.18. Support is at 9.77. Resistance is at 14.25. The 10 SMACD combo is invalid. Risk level is low. Okay, how about the volume? There's a problem with the volume here. So it looks like we need to get a magnifying glass just to get just to see the tower or the height of the volume bar. So that's an alarm. That's a concerning thing for me. The last price is higher than the VWAP and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. It's a bullish momentum power indicator and it's a bullish true market sentiment. But because of this volume, no, I stand corrected. It's not a bullish momentum power indicator because volume is less than 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. So it's a bearish momentum power indicator. You can snap an invalid 10 SMACD combo. You can shrug your shoulders because it's an invalid 10 SMACD combo, but you should never ignore a bearish momentum power indicator. So no buy signals, no top-up signals. In short, avoid ECP for now. Okay, after that, URC. An index company, but again, this is for short-term trading purposes only. The last price of URC today was 158.6. Support is at 152.4. Resistance is at 177. Foreign fundies registered a net foreign selling worth 438.6 million pesos. That's relatively huge. The 10 SMACD combo is invalid. Risk level is low. And the last price is higher than, is it higher? No. It's lower than the VWAP and the dominant range is closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. The true market sentiment is neutral. So it's a neutral true market sentiment and my overall sentiment for URC is obviously bearish at this point. So no buy signals, no top-up signals. Avoid URC. For now, it's still the downtrend is still more likely to continue. After URC, AGI. It closed today at 11.3. It broke below the previous support at 11.7, which is now acting as the immediate resistance. Your support is now at 10.30. The 10 SMACD combo is invalid. foreign investors registered in net foreign selling worth 39.41 million pesos. The momentum power indicator is bearish, the risk level is low, and the downtrend is confirmed very strong based on the DMI and ADX chart. The last price is lower than the VWAP. Again, it's a bearish momentum power indicator. It's also a bearish true market sentiment. It's still, the downtrend is still more likely to continue, so avoid AGI. No buy signals, no top-up signals. Next, we got Mega World. It closed today at 4.72. Support is at 4 pesos per share. Resistance is at 5. Foreign investors registered in net foreign selling worth 52.73 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo is invalid. Risk level is low. The downtrend is still very strong as confirmed by the DMI chart also. So it's more inclined to test the support at 4 pesos per share. So the last price is lower than the VWAP. It's a bearish momentum power indicator like what I've said already. It's also a bearish true market sentiment. So there are no buy signals, no top-up signals of whatsoever. Avoid Mega World for now, not forever. Okay. Next, PIP. It closed today at 1.94. Support is at 1.55. It broke below the previous support at 1.95, which is now its acting immediate resistance. And the new support again is at 1.55. The 10 SMACD combo is invalid. Foreign fund is registered in net foreign selling worth 4 million pesos. Risk level is moderate. And the last price is higher than the VWAP. But the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday, closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. Even so, it's a red last candlestick. It's also a red last volume bar. What else do you need? It's a bearish momentum power indicator, and it's a true market sentiment. Its true market sentiment is neutral, so that was not a sign of a strong appetite to buy the dips. That's a sign to snap the dips. So avoid PIP. Don't top up. Don't enter a new position. After PIP, the last stock in today's video is Now Corporation. It closed today at 2.9. Support is at 2.88. Resistance is at 4.25. But once it breaks below 2.88, your next support will be 2 pesos per share. It's no longer a valid 10 SMACD combo. Risk level is high. And foreign investors registered in net foreign buying worth 560,000 pesos. Thousands only, not millions. The last price is lower than the VWAP. It's a bearish momentum power indicator. It's a neutral true market sentiment. It's still more likely for Now Corporation to break below 2.88. So avoid Now Corporation for now. No top up, no buy signals also. That's my technical analysis for these 10 stocks that I have mentioned. So again, let me invite you to attend the Evergreen Strategy in Trading and in Investing in the Philippine Stock Market Seminar this coming Saturday in Makati City from 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. So you know how to do it already. Just go to our website and click on seminars and then register. Since you are a subscriber, you will get a discount. There's an allocated discount percentage depending on the type of membership account that you have. Anyway, you will see how much you need to pay through the automated email that you will receive after completing the registration. Again, my name is JC De Guzman. Have a great day.